It's me, Shannon B for Brown Girl Bella, bringing you lips, lashes, and luxury. And today I'm going to be sharing with you my tools that I use to get this look. I think you only need about 8, maybe 9 tools and a beauty blender in order to complete your whole entire look. Now I know it's daunting because there are a lot of makeup brushes out there. Hopefully this video will narrow it down a little bit for you and take the scariness out of choosing a brush especially for you and your look. I am going to be talking about more vegan friendly brands, and these are all synthetic brushes. These are not natural hair brushes, but if you want to see a look with natural hair brushes and have me talk about which natural hair brushes are good for you, hit me up in the comment section below and I will do another series just on that. But today we're focusing on those budget friendly brushes that you can use in your everyday makeup looks. So without further delay, let's get on with it. Here are my brushes and beauty blender. Hello Bellas, like I said in my intro, these are the 8 tools that I think you would need to have in your arsenal to give yourself a flawless makeup application. Before I jump in, I want to say hello to all of my new Bellas out there. How you doing? My name is Shannon B for Brown Girl Bella, and for all my seasoned Bellas out there, mwah, how are you? Glad to have you back, and let's get this show started without further delay. I realized when I was talking to one of my Bellas that there may be a lot of other Bellas out there, my bargain Bellas in particularly, who really want to know, how do I go about choosing what kind of brush I need to use? What should I go and buy? Should I get a 10-piece set, an 8-piece set, a 20-piece set? So I'm here to kind of break it down for you. You want to make sure that the bristles are very soft to the touch. So run your fingers across it, make sure that it feels nice, because again, you're going to be using this on your skin. You're going to be using it on other people's skin potentially. So you want to have something that when it touches the skin, it doesn't feel prickly, it doesn't feel hard. The bristles really have a lot of give when you're applying it across the face. That's going to help you a lot. And there are a lot of synthetic fibers that do this. I'm going to be mostly working with you guys today on synthetic fibers. Let's get into these brushes. So the first brush I think you're going to use, and I think you're going to need for your makeup application, is a dual brush. Now this is an angle brush on this side and a spoolie, which is what this is called, a spoolie brush on the other end. This is primarily used for your eyebrows. And before I start any makeup application, I really like to set my eyebrows in. And it actually, if you look at the bristle part of the brush, it's just the right size to fit right in between your eyebrows. So that's why it's so perfect for this application. And then you use the spoolie end of it to then brush your hairs up in the direction in which it grows. And you can also use this to tell whether or not you have filled in all of the areas, and if you need to go back and fill in any sparse areas, you could then fix it at that point. The other tool that I think you will need in your kit in order to have a flawless makeup application is a flat concealer brush. This is also very soft to the touch, and the reason I say you need this is because you're going to be cleaning up underneath your eyebrows, And you can also use this brush to apply any of your eye primer as well if you don't use concealer, which you can certainly do for your eyelids to prime your lids for eyeshadow. And so what I do here is I start with a little bit of product and I just use it to clean up underneath that brow, and then the excess, what's left over, I use it to prime my eyelids to prep it for my eyeshadow. And so that's why I suggest to use this brush. The next tool that I think you should have in your makeup application is not even a brush. It is a beauty blender. Now you can get these everywhere. You don't have to purchase the actual beauty blender. That retails for about $20, so I know it's not feasible in everyone's pocketbook. So what I love about the beauty sponges is that it bounces really nicely all across your skin, and it does blend in any of your cream or liquid foundations really nicely. I also use this for my under eye concealer, and I also use this for my highlight concealer shades as well. I take the pointy side and just blend that in to my under eye. So then I go back, I use my highlighted shade, got my chin. And then I go in with the other side and I just go over that highlight and I bring it all the way out and blend it in. Bring it all the way into the side of your nose and then all the way out to the side of your face. You can also use your beauty blender with your translucent powder, and that will help you pick up just the right amount of product to set your under eye concealer and the places that you highlighted. And if you want to use a cream or in this case a stick contour, you can also use your beauty blender. I just take the side of it to then go over and blend out my contour. The other brush that I think you will need for a flawless makeup application is a medium or large tapered brush. And that brush really allows the product to move swiftly across your lid to blend out those colors. A flat shader brush. You can also use this if you want to do a cut crease, if you want to just define your lid like I just did here. This is the perfect brush for that. It's a really great brush for your lid. And if you want to do your lower lash line as well. Also, another brush you can get is a pencil brush, or what I like to call the pointy bristle brush. This pencil brush is the perfect brush for any touch-up applications. Maybe you want to go back and punch up a color on your lower lash line, or maybe go into your crease and maybe define something that got lost. Also use this brush if you want to use it as a inner corner highlight. The next brush I'm going to show you is the blush brush. You can also use this as a contour or to deposit your bronzer as well. First, I'll show you with the bronzer shade. And if you want to go in and grab your blush, you can also use the blush brush to deposit your blush. The final brush I'm going to share with you before I go into a bonus brush is the powder brush. Now you use this powder brush to deposit your translucent powder at the end of your makeup application. I'm actually going to use this to add my MAC skin finish. And this is just to blend everything together. Just before you spritz with your setting spray. And that's just to really lock in everything that you've done before you go into my bonus brush, which is a fan brush or a highlighting brush. And again, you want to give your highlight sort of a C shape and then use it to highlight your chin, tip of your nose, and your cupid's bow. And if you want to go in with your tapered highlighting bristle, I use this one to really define those areas that you really want to be really glowy and highlighted. So guys, I hope you learned something here. This is the completed look. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe. That helps me out the most. And have your friends subscribe as well. More the merrier. Come on over to the Brella Brigade. Also, don't forget when you subscribe to tap that notification bell to be notified each and every time I upload so you never miss an episode of Brown Girl Bella. And until we see each other again, deuces.